Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are having a great Tuesday. I'm going to sit here and work on my planner. No big plans or whoop or anything like that. I just wanted to, my pack of things to put in my planner is getting way too big for me to it's infringing on my comfort zone, so I need to put some things into my planner. So I thought we could sit here together and just chit chat a little bit and put some things in my planner. Last week, it wasn't even last week, it was week before last. A week just got away from me there. I really had fun using these full-size, full adhesive Post-it notes to identify places that I wanted to decorate in my planner, right? So I'm going to do that again. I've pulled out some blue Post-it notes. These aren't quite fully adhesive. Probably need my glue stick. I liked doing that because it helped me. It just helped me, okay? I think we all kind of are, I'm not sure about y'all, but I think I have some sort of fatigue. I'm not sure what kind of fatigue it is, but I'm rather fatigued from listening to the news, which I've stopped listening to altogether. And I don't really know what's going on, but it's sometimes, ignorance is bliss. We've all heard that, and it's like, yeah, man, that's kind of where I am right now. And I think that's okay. I think that we find ways to be happy and content. And if we have to delete some things from our lives to be happy and content, then I'm all for it. Deletion is often just cleansing when you think about it. All right, so I've identified some places that I would like to decorate. Now I've got this blue, so I'm going to use the blue. This is going to be kind of a slow-ish video. It's 55 degrees here today. Mia and I have been out for 2 walks, and right now she's laying in the sun on the deck. 55 sounds quite comfortable. It's winter, so you still have that kind of chilly factor going on. But even that's okay when the sun is bright and shining. Our second walk today, the entire neighborhood was kind of out walking. And my friend Sandy said, "We've all been let loose." And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what it is. You feel like if the sun is shining, that, and it's a little bit warm outside, you feel like you've been let loose. You feel like that last day of school right before summer vacation. Oh, it's like, oh, you just breathe out. Oh, it felt good. All right, I've identified a few places that I would like to use stickers or some other kind of whatever I'm going to use today, and I haven't really decided a whole lot about that. I do want to go through, let me just show you what I have here, okay? So I have some strips that I would like to put in. I have a few images that I thought would be pretty. More of this. This was a how to make a master board video. I had a lot of fun watching Nina Rabina and Tracy Fox do that. This is something that our friend Miss C sent me. That's a ceramic beagle. Can you see it? Isn't that cute? It's a ceramic beagle, and she's got her head in the flower pots. I thought that was really cool. Somebody sent me that, and I just really do like it. I wanted to kind of make a cluster out of this. And of course, I've got Leanne's stickers. She did, now go to her, I always list her in the description box below so you can see her new stickers. Now these are rainbow hearts. She's got rainbow stars too. Some of her dingy pastel stars. TV and chill. I just pulled these out because I knew that these were the ones that I wanted to put into my planner this week. This is explicit emoji. He is Mr. COVID. And then we've got paw prints here as well. So I can kind of, I love paw prints because it helps me keep up with when I bathe Mia and when she has her heartworm medicine. So I love those. And last Leanne sticker, but not least, are her quirky mushies. These got to be like some of my very favorite stickers that she's ever done. I love them. I just think they're super cool. Love them. All right, so let's get started. My idea is just to kind of cluster things. This is a note from my sweet friend, Miss C. And so I'm just going to use that kind of as part of the cluster thing that I'll have going on here. I'd love to know what you guys are doing for your 2021 planner. I dig using a composition book. I think that's something we all have to decide what we're most comfortable with. You know, whether it's a size or a thickness. Thickness kind of plays into what we're using as a planner. Whether it's lined or unlined. Whether it's big or small. I like putting the colors together. So using the Post-it notes to identify space, and then using these as a kind of a cluster-ish element there. All right, so Monday the 25th, as you guys know, this is my good stuff column. This is where I list things that I'm appreciating. Appreciation is fast, you know. Appreciation is in the moment. Appreciation is in the present. And I really do like having just a column where I can jot things down. I think that it's, I mean, it works for me. It's effective. And I don't have to have another book like a gratitude journal or anything like that. Let's see, Monday was the conversion of St. Paul on the 25th, which I think is a really interesting story. My word of the day, which turned into my word of the week, was supernatural. And I just like the word supernatural. I'm going to decorate this with Leanne's hearts, because that's really what's speaking to me. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? Very, you know, kind of in the Valentine's theme of things. I also need to put in Mr. COVID. Did I sigh? Sorry. There we go. Watching, I am hung up on the show Port Protection. Port Protection is Port Protection, Alaska. It is on the Discovery Network. Man, it's very inspiring in this world of go online and figure it out, to not see people do that. To see them taking care of their own needs, their own food, their own supplies. A couple weeks ago, one of the inhabitants of Port Protection did her own salve. She went into the woods and gathered, I wish that I remember exactly what herb she gathered, but she said, in Port Protection, there's no like running down to the CVS or the Walgreens to get antibiotic cream when you need it. So she made her own, and she's an herbalist. It's very, very interesting to me to see how people manage, how they get along, how they interact, how they help each other, but it's a very isolated kind of community, and I highly recommend it. It comes on Tuesday nights, which I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm already looking forward to it. I've been doing the breath. I did 30 days of yoga in January, and it was called Breath, and it's Yoga with Adrienne. To me, yoga is necessary. I don't like to go for more than a day and not do my yoga practice. Dingy Pastel Stars, again, another Leanne, absolute Leanne delight. So pretty. I'm kind of stuck down here. Don't know what to use. I feel like I've done enough with the stars. I might just start tearing things up and using them, because I do like to do that. Oh, that would be pretty. I'll do that. I'm using, of course, calendars. Your 2020 calendar is done. Thank goodness. So I've been tearing up my 2020 calendars. My mom has sent me some of hers too. So kind of getting rid of those. Good grief. It'd be nice if we could get rid of that whole year, but oh well. We learned a lot, didn't we? Learning is important. Kind of love that little bobcat there. We're going to use him too. I love the Jesus Calling meditations in the morning. And you guys know that I'm really a big fan of Canterbury Cathedral in England. So those two things kind of figure into my, they are anchors for my day. And that's where these little quotes come from. I'm also, guys, really into Victoria Erickson right now. She is on Facebook. I don't know a lot about her, but everything she writes resonates with me. There are certain people that will inhabit a small, quiet space inside your heart, despite any circumstance happening or situation. They left a piece of themselves when your souls collided upon impact, and there they'll always subtly remain. That was nearly heart-wrenching for me. Very beautiful, but also a testament to letting things go, you know, being able to divest yourself of past trauma. Let's see, what else did we do? We had a winter storm Saturday, Sunday. We had snow that was nice because it was very pretty coming down, and then it all went away. And it was like, yay! That was like the best snow ever. By 1 o'clock, it was gone. But it sure did leave like a squishy, nasty mess outside, which is still kind of squishy and nasty because we've been having some rain at night. Monday, February the 1st. Little good stuff going on here. It was Imbolc. Imbolc is a pagan holiday. It's halfway between winter solstice and spring solstice. So I'll put that in there. And of course, my little quotes. Those are really super cool. I really do like using them. I'll go ahead and put in 50 weeks of COVID. Jeez. One of my favorite movies is Moonstruck with Cher and Nicolas Cage. Especially love the scene where Nicolas Cage is just like rambling on and on and on, and Cher slaps him and says, "Snap out of it." So somebody sent me some punch outs, and it said "snap out of it." It's like, oh my Lord, that's like one of my favorite lines in the whole wide world. Snap out of it. All right, we're going to just kind of proceed with putting a few things down here. As y'all can tell, it's very, my planner is super loose and fluid. It changes. I'm not a militant planner. I try to get my basic things done, basic things listed out that I need to do. And then I try to get all of that done. Do I have any more pink? Yes, I've got some pinks going on here, so I'm just going to put that right there. I like it. I liked doing the masterboard project. It was fun. It was different. And of course, you know, mine was kind of slammed together with no real thought to it, because if you got to think about it real hard, it kind of loses its fun factor. Art is about the fun factor. Don't lose the fun. But that's my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. I did a new sassy saying sheet for my Patreon pals, but I'll be posting that in the Etsy store. Speaking of the Etsy store, I have started destashing my studio. So I will put a link in the description box below, but you can find some fun things to to create with and some fun things that I have created. I'm looking for stamps, stickers. Until they just, I mean, they go with anything, right? They're beautiful. Okay. And it's so cool that they are, you know, washi strips. I think I'm going to do half and half here. We had snow on Saturday and Sunday. Again, seems like it snows on the weekends. Isn't that nice, though, for folks who are working so hard that they don't have to drive to work if they're off on the weekends? Of course, I don't. Hey, you know what? I actually did see today a school bus went by. It's the first time I've seen that since last March. Wow. We watched the movie Dig, and it was fantastic. I gotta tell you about it. The Dig. It's Carey Mulligan, stars as Edith Pretty, and this is about the Sutton Hoo 1939 discovery of an Anglo-Saxon ship burial site on Edith Pretty's land in Suffolk. It takes place right at the beginning of the Second World War, as World War II was kind of brewing. Fascinating look at excavation. Ralph Fiennes was Basil Brown. Now, Basil Brown was the excavator for the dig at Sutton Hoo. He was not an archaeologist, okay? He was an excavator, but he did the major part of the work on the mounds there in Suffolk. Very, very interesting. And Lily James is also in the movie, and she plays Peggy Piggott. You might probably remember her from Downton Abbey or the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society movie. A wonderful actress. I just found it kind of enchanting. I just really did love it. So I highly recommend it. It's either on Netflix or Prime Video. I'm not quite sure. All right, what else are we going to do here? This is I love this little guy. Reminds me of when we had our iguana. Goodness, that was a long, long time ago. He was the sweetest boy. Kept me a lot of company in the 4 years when Chris was gone. Still want to use some hearts. Oops. There we go. Oops. Snap out of it. There we go. I love this, you guys. This is from the Wisdom Keepers blog, White Bison. We need to review constructively, not destructively. Destructive review is when we ask, what's the matter with me? How could I be so stupid? These questions lead to morbid reflection, remorse, and seriously affect our self-esteem. In constructive review, we ask, what will I do next time? With constructive review, we progressively eliminate the defect and replace it with wisdom. Is that not profound? Absolutely profound. With constructive review, we progressively eliminate the defect and replace it with wisdom. I just thought that that was super cool. I probably should do something here. I'm just not feeling it right this minute. I did want to stick in some of these photographs that I've been having printed at Walgreens. I really enjoy doing this. I mean, you can get a print for like 10 cents. A lot of times when people post things to Facebook, like family photos, and my family posts photos, especially of the new babies that have been born into our family. I download them to my phone and then send them to Walgreens and have them printed for Mom. And I've been so wrapped up in, you know, sending things to Mom that I thought, oh, wait a minute, I want to do that. So I've started doing that, and I think that I am going to use what I've been printing off as prompts. So let's just kind of look at these photographs. So many feel lethargic, unmotivated, or worn out in this hemisphere. We are really not made to rocket straight through winter, ablaze with energy. Look at nature. The ground and the plants and animals are deep at rest. This is the natural way of things. Spend some time with the long nights, the moon, solitude, the bare earth, stillness. Be easier on yourself. Victoria Erickson, author of Rhythms and Roads. And this is my sweet little Mia. Right when she got her, she had a pedicure a couple weeks ago. Doesn't she look cute? Joey the Clown was the show that I watched on TV when I was a child. And he passed away, and there was a photo of him on Facebook. So I just copied the photo to put into my writing journal. This is a photo of our snow. This is another photo of snow. This is a beautiful photo that my friend Rick in New York took. And I told him, I said, I'm going to make myself a copy of that. And I'm going to print it and use it in my writing journal. I just think that is absolutely extraordinary. He has this fantastic eye. When my son was living in New York, same thing. He really has a great eye for photography. And I took this one of the last full moon that we had. And this came from like one of those Facebook things too. What is this thing that has happened to us? It's a virus, yes. In and of itself, it holds no moral brief. But it is definitely more than a virus. It has made the mighty kneel and brought the world to a halt like nothing else could. Our minds are still racing back and forth, longing for a return to normality, trying to switch our future to our past, and refusing to acknowledge the rupture. But the rupture exists, and in the midst of this terrible despair, it offers us a chance to rethink the doomsday machine we have built for ourselves. Nothing could be worse than a return to normality. Historically, pandemics have forced humans to break with the past and imagine their world anew. This one is no different. It is a portal, a gateway between one world and the next. We can choose to walk through it, dragging the carcasses of our prejudice and hatred, our avarice, our data banks and dead ideas, our dead rivers and smoky skies behind us. Or we can walk through lightly, with little luggage, ready to imagine another world and ready to fight for it. I do not know to whom this is attributed. I'll try and find out. Like I said, I use these in my personal writing journal. Also, Part of my personal writing journal is the emotional guidance scale. This is Abraham, and I will link that in the description box below as well. The idea is to always be between 1 and 6. You're working your way up the emotional guidance scale. I'll try and find Esther Hicks talking about the emotional guidance scale. This is how I start off my writing every day. I try to identify where I am on the emotional guidance scale, and then I plan steps to move me up. So if I wake up in discouragement, then I figure out ways to kind of move myself up from discouragement, blame, worry, doubt, disappointment, overwhelming, and usually I end up right here: frustration, irritation, impatience. But at least I moved up, right? If you're at 22, fear, grief, depression, despair, powerlessness, believe me that like anger is a whole lot better than feeling this, because this is typical powerlessness right here. So, you know, if you can just move up the emotional guidance scale. Very grateful to my friend Jeannie for sending this to me. She also made this and sent it to me, and it's a wonderful reminder every morning. What do I choose to give my attention to? Like I said, I read it every morning and identify where I am and where I need to be. So we're just going to glue these things into my writing journal, and they will be super nice prompts for me to write about, especially this one. You know, I really did like the way that it says, or we can walk through lightly with little luggage, ready to imagine another world. And that's kind of where I am. I'm kind of in a place where I am. If you've noticed at the Etsy store, I'm destashing. I am, you know, getting rid of the luggage, y'all. Kind of, I think you have to do that to make room for improvement. Yes, yes, that's how it works. Sorry, I'm not very talky today. And then I'll put some me over here. Oh man, if you're ever just like in doubt, if you're ever just feeling rotten, go find a furry friend. Go find a doggy to pet. Truly, it just makes you feel so much better. There we go. And I did want to just make a little cluster out of just these little bits and bobs that I had. So we'll do that. We'll do that right quick. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm not very talky today. But that's okay, because sometimes we just aren't very talky, especially now. We've lost our talking chops. All right, friends, we're going to leave it like that. I hope that you have a fantastic day, a wonderful week, and I hope that this gave you some ideas for your own journal. No matter, no matter how you handle your planner, just know that if you're comfortable with it, man, That is the most important thing, that you are happy with it. Don't compare it to other people's. Don't compare it to anyone else. Just be happy with what you are doing, because it is a natural expression of you, uniquely you. See you later.